Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching me from. Guys, my name is Human Steven, and I'm here today to talk on issues pertaining to us as a people. Please, if today is your first time of being with me on this show, my show, please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, Nigeria was YouTube channel, to get sorry guys, to get more updates, and do not forget to share this very particular video. It's going to be a very interesting night tonight. We're going to have a lot of things to talk about. I'm going to have a lot of videos to play. We'll have a lot of analysis to do, and we're going to do as much as we can. Okay, guys. Now, before we start with the video, there is a first question I want to talk about, very quickly about our governor. Okay, guys. But let me welcome some people. Mercy, you welcome. Mary Daniel, good evening, man. God bless you. Welcome to the show this evening. We're going to talk about a lot of things tonight, but one thing I want to talk about first, it will be my first request tonight, is this. I have been seeing a lot of war. I've been seeing a lot of war on the social media, a lot of war on the social. Guys, share this video, please. We've seen a lot of war on the social media space. A lot of war. It's really getting me worried. Please, just as you are coming in, press the like button, give us a thumbs up, share this video, let it go viral. We're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. Tonight is Friday night, and Friday night is night of jollification. So we are going to jollificate tonight with a very obonge news coming our way. It's going to be a lot of analysis tonight on what is actually happening, around us. Now, like I said, I've seen a lot of war on the social media. I've seen a lot of good evening, Mommy Diaspora, welcome, man. I've seen a lot of people criticizing the government for not appointing some persons. There are a lot of accusations, counter accusations, a lot of things that is just rising up, and I'm beginning to get worried. I said, no, before I would do what I really want to do tonight, I need to address some issues, guys. Okay. Now, supporting the government into power in whatever capacity had to be for two reasons. It had to be for self or for the people. But majority of the people who supported the government is for the sake of the people, not for self gratification. Now, if the government supported people and the people decided to, if they support the government, people support the government, and people decide to the government must actually benefit me before I can actually know that he has recognized my effort. I think that's the wrong ideology, guys. Okay, but I've seen a lot of people, this one was not appointed, this was not appointed. Come on, guys. The reason why most of us support Obaseki is to have a better Edo for the Edo people. That's the reason. Our reason is not for our own personal gratification. Our reason is for the government to actually create and make a better Edo for many of us to return back to. So if you supported the government, maybe based on your own, personal gratification, you support the government based on your own ideology, guys, I think it's high time we shall have everything. Government are not supported, even in other climes. In other climes, they support government because they want the betterment of their people, not because they want to be recognized or to be appointed into political positions. Okay? Because if you want to look at, okay, we supported Obaseki, we need to get qualification. Everybody, that 600 and something thousand Nigerian Edola that voted for him actually supported him. That is what support is. They casted their vote on him. So we all would have been appointed into different political positions. But the best position anybody can be in is the people's parliament. The people's parliament. Where you have so much voice to actually speak to the people in power. Because every government in power is an employee of the people. So the truth of the matter is the true governor of Edo State today is the people of Edo State. The citizens of Edo State are the true governors, are the true senators, are the true House of Rep, are the true House of Assembly, are the true local government chairman, and whatsoever name you can call them. They're actually the true people. These other people, they are just the representative of the people. We sent them on an errand to go and actually do something for us. Because we all cannot be a governor at the same time. We all cannot be an House of Representatives. So you supporting any governor is not because of your own personal gratification, but rather because you want a better society for yourself and your children and your children's children. Okay, I want you guys to just calm down right now. Okay, like I said, when the governor is right, I come here to say this is right. When it's wrong, I come here to say this is wrong. But in this process, in this place of political appointment, your supporting him should not be a yardstick for him to appoint you. The truth is, the Making Edo State Great Again Matia that was actually sang during the electionary period is not for political thank you. We want a round peg in a round hole or a square peg in a square hole. We want the right people. We want the right people to actually be employed into the right positions. This is a fact of the matter, guys. If you supported him, you're not qualified for the position. Please, brothers and sisters, try as much as possible to take it easy. Accept the fact that you are doing a service to your people, your children, and your children's children. If also you are even qualified, we only needed 18 commissioners. We needed 18 SAs today, based on the Obaseki's idea, and we needed 192 SSAs based on his idea. So that means 192 plus 18, that's about 200 and something appointment that is going to come out from this government. So there is no way the 600,000 people who voted for him can actually get this appointment at the way we want it to be. So therefore, drop back our sword right now. Let's relax. All we should be asking him to do is to build a door of our dreams. It's to build a door where you and I will be proud of. It's to build a door where you will be so comfortable and be happy that yes, I did support a man that understood, the pains of the people. Not one who you feel, okay, if I support him, then I'm going to be appointed as a commissioner, I'm going to be appointed as an SSA, or whatever position that you intended to get. Please, guys, I want to beg you guys, let's drop this idea and let's work with this commissioner appointed right now so that they can make Edo great again. Our aims, most of us in diaspora, our aims and objectives is to see that we have an Edo that we will be proud of. That's our take right now. My concern is to see that we have an Edo that I will be proud of, that Edo that I can beat myself and say, that is my state, that is my governor. He's doing fantastically well, he's doing marvelously well. I'll be proud. Many of these people who are complaining about Obasekino appointing them have not actually spoken, engaged what is happening in Edo State. They've not. They've not. I'm going to play a video for you now. Watch this video. This video is from our Nero TV. Hero TV, sorry. It's from Hero TV. This is a community in Uzea. Uzea community, I think in Edo Central. This road is bad. This very particular video we'll have to give credit to Heroes TV who actually went to do this documentary. Guys, I want to watch this video. I expect people to have draw the attention, just like this guy is doing now, of the government to this kind of conditions. In some part of Edo where he had to go and fix. Rather than you fighting for your personal interest, you have to fight for the interest of the general people. What I'm doing, coming here every day to talk about what is happening in Edo State, the hits and the bad, the good things, is just for me to point the governor to some of those areas he needs to focus his attention on, not on what I'm going to get from the corridor of power. He can't employ everyone. I've said it many times. That's what we need, must join us together to actually support whatever that is doing today. Okay, guys, let's just
happen for inside Uzea, according to the reports where we hear about the bad road waiting for Uzea. So we don't really come here true. We don't see the condition of the bad road waiting for inside Uzea. This place where we're there now the major road will link between Uzea and Auchi. In fact, Uzea and Auchi, Esako, them they share common boundary. And at this road, him link them together. Unfortunately, the road they carry any tippers at all. In fact, we don't park bike, ordinary bike where they carry they come as a machine. We don't park them for far place. Begin the worker they come with our leg. Sure you see them as the place be so. If motor enter them, sorry. If bike enter them, the bike cannot even come out. You can see you get some people will be they carry ambulance they pass now. They want to go do burial. Unfortunately, now we self can't even stop them because we not allow them enter. If they enter, they not go live here today until they go find tow vehicle come. We go come to they come out. Because of that one, who the leaders they come, just go beg them, tell them say see the condition, make them stop. Now the ambulance one of the see so now him be that.
Now please, guys, I want you also draw the attention of the governor to this very particular video that I'm sharing right now. I'm going to send it to him on WhatsApp, but I want to also, if you have his WhatsApp, please also share this video to him. That's why I have to play first. Share this video to let him see this very condition, this dilapidated condition of this Uzea road. Actually linked 3 major cities in Edo State. Okay, so so let us try as much as possible to send it to him so they can go to see the condition of this road. We want the governor's attention to be dragged to this road so he can do the needful. Immediately, this rain is over. Thank God we are now in October and the rain is gradually fading away, and we know very soon in the next few weeks there will be no rain anymore. So if the government can expedite action to make sure that this road is fixed for these 3 cities that is in the central and they do not to actually have a means of trying to move around, guys. So please, that's what we need to be working on, not just talking about what we will gain alone. Let us do what the people will gain. Let us not play politics of self or politics of personal interest. That is what is actually killing the political class today, where everyone is concerned about what he or she is going to benefit, not what will be the benefit of the entire people. If you support the government with your heart, not because of what you will get in return. Please, guys, we are begging. We are begging. We are begging. Not the idea, oh, I did a job for Obaseki, he didn't remember me. I campaigned for Obaseki, he didn't remember me. No, guys, we need to stop that. In the developed world, people work tirelessly for government to come into power. And not all of them are actually being appointed because it can appoint everyone. It can appoint everyone. The ones he feels is qualified for the job, let's give them a chance. Maybe your time may not be now. Maybe in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, even in the next dispensation, you cannot become a voice, a face that will be seen among the people. Let's try as much as possible to reduce our personal greed and selfishness, and let's put a searchlight on the people that we are actually representing. When you had the opportunity of coming out to support the governor, many people actually bankroll your support. Many people bankroll your support. Those of you that were in Nigeria during the election, most of your campaign were bankrolled by people in diaspora. You were the face, but we actually supported you, either buying you data or whatever means that we actually did just for you for your voice to be heard. So now that the governor has come into power and he has not remembered some of you, guys, don't use that as a yardstick to pull down or to destroy his government. This is going to be a plea from me to you guys. Let's drop the sword right now, and let's support these commissioners that have come into power. Let's see how they can be able to do marvelously well. Like I said yesterday during our show, at the Nigeria Watch Interactive, section with Nigeria Watch family, I made claim that there are 3 persons that I know they are antecedent, in the government, that in these commissioners that are so much believed in that these guys are going to do wonders. I talk about Uzame's son. I'm not saying it because of the fact that he was once time senator. No, I have been able to speak to that guy once. He's down to head guy. He listens. He listens to you. Yeah, somebody said yesterday that was not his qualification. Yeah, but I know the guy really listens. It's not those guys. When he was the chief of staff to the governor, he attended to everyone that comes his way. Okay, guys, I talk about the commissioner of communication and orientation, Emata, and I said Andrew is one hell of a guy that also is so down to earth. I've spoken to him twice or 3 times. Okay, guys, and I felt this guy worked the position. And you all know during the time that the Honorable Commissioner of Information left the government of Obaseki, that's Honorable Mwambano, left the government of Obaseki. No, Emata stepped into his shoe, and Emata did marvelously, fantastically well. He was able to sell, the later part of Obaseki's government to many people based on his eloquency and his way at which he actually deal with questions that comes to him when, as far as the government of Obaseki was concerned, and that was very impressive to me. And the last person was this professor, the professor who is the minister of health. And I said, having gone through a CV, also gone through a credentials on the on the internet, I saw that this woman actually had a lot. He has done so well in the health sector and the University of Benin. I would believe people like this should be given the chance. All we need to do is to guide these people to make sure they don't go out of hand. We know them now. This government has gone beyond the former government where nobody knows the commissioner. We know each of these commissioners. We have already saved their names, and we'll be calling them out when things are not going the way we expect it to go. That is what I expect every one of you to start thinking of doing. Don't like crying wolves, guys. Please, guys. Okay, let's call the addition of the Obaseki to this very dilapidated, road in Eastern Central that is leading. That is actually connecting 3, cities. Together in Edo State. This is kind of the thing we need to be fighting for, not our personal our pocket or our personal gratification from the government. That is pure corruption, guys. This is pure corruption. That's what we all must try to avoid and run away from, guys. For just truly, it's pure corruption that I do not subscribe to at any given point in time. My support, basically, I've said it before, is for the betterment of the Edo people. Nothing more, nothing less. Not for self-gratification, not for political appointment or whatsoever. It's for the betterment of my people. When my people are happy, the crime will reduce. When people are happy, problem will reduce. You know how many of these people will take off back home in Nigeria? Do you know how many people will practically pay, their bills as people living in diasporas? If the government had to create an avenue to reduce the rate at which we spend money, we will be one of the most happiest people on earth. That's the truth, guys. That is a fact there. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue with this video, guys.
So now the condition of the road, now him be that. These people, they beg government, make government come help them do this road so that they're going to get where to they pass. People will be they carry their dead body come their place. That is their father who passed away, so they want to come bury him. Now them now come they talk to now. Waiting be una experience now as na be they carry una father come bury for una place now.
This road is too bad. We cannot even take the corpse to the village. And the place we are now, the motor are sinking there. The federal government should please. We are pleading. We are not forcing anyone, but we are pleading. We beg you in the name of God, please come to our rescue. The people out there cannot come to the village. This place is carrying us. We cannot come to the village. Others are there, experiencing the same thing with me. They cannot come to the village just because we don't have good roads. No development in this place because there is no good road networking. Please, I'm begging the federal government, please, people should come to our aid. Come and rescue us from this disaster because this thing is too disastrous. We can't come to this place.
Say it matter. Or no dinner. Ma do I pati all me but all the way from my team. Ma kisi na all that was sick, motor was sinking. Now the real machine now I'm about to talk about going. But what you about ma what you about of fortness all the ribo all the there ribo amasa bolo there. Who federal government ba road there man. O run do what the amasa wo me there now. Now go ni motor no do ramela or ribo there. Or thinking.
So please, Governor Novaso Obaseki, I know now you have a commissioner for works. Let me look at his name. I'm coming, guys. I need to call out this man now because this is time for him to do his job. So let me check where I put his name. I need to call them out now. This Uzea in this Edo Central. I need to call his name. Let me look for this guy. Just sorry, guys. I need to look for this guy's name. I need to call him now because this is what I said I will be doing. I'm not here to pamper anybody in this government. Let me see who is in charge of that one. Okay, we have not gotten budget, education, plan. Uber, no, not that one. Water resources, no. Mineral, no. Social development, no. Local government, no. Communication, no. Okay, we have not gotten a commissioner for works. No commissioner for works yet. But we are calling on the government right now and the Ministry of Works to, as a matter of urgency, come to the aid of this Uzea community in Edo Central. Okay, it is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. They say they can't come home as a result of this one. This guy now, who we're just talking right now, actually is bringing the cup of their father back to the village, but they are unable to pass the road because if they go into it, it's going to sink completely. Let the government come to their rescue and make sure that something is done to this road This is very, very important. Okay, this is what we need to be doing to the government, not fighting for which position, for government not appointing us into position or whatever. We should be reminding the government of his promises to us, not we reminding him of not giving us our pocket money. You know, when I mean about pocket money, so that we can be able to live and start living our life, you know, within, you know, the corridor of power, guys. Okay, so we're calling on Governor Obaseki. Please, if you know him, please send this video to him so that he will see this community. It's Uzea community in Edo Central. It is bad. It is completely bad. It is not motorable at all. We are calling on the decision of the government, whether it's the federal or the state government. We are calling on the decision of the Ministry of Works in Edo State. Then if it's the federal, we are calling on the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, and the Governor Obaseki to actually liaise as a matter of urgency to see that the end, you know, the plight of the people of the community that is actually in this very particular, you know, area in Edo State. Let's continue with the video, guys.
Yes, it's a pity. But we will battle for the order the body, come on, Her Highness Zaki, order the bono na yuan. Wow, but I cannot about Adilomi. Only me do banana, only me do banana, or I talk back to outing. Not about doing what, sorry. Come on, now, order the bono. Please, make government do this for us.
And again, this same road name linked to the palace of Onoje of Uzea. That is the king of Uzea kingdom. Now this road that they pass go his palace. So the king self not they get where to pass, go his own palace. King cannot drive to his own palace. So now serious issue. Then they beg government, make government come help them do the road so that them go fit they pass the road to the to the palace of the king. At the same time, make them still fit they pass the road, go Esako, that is Auchi and other places. So now the thing where Hero TV carry come show una today, na him be that.
Thank you, guys. You know, that is just that. I have to bring that up quickly, you know, to buttress my point on this very particular topic. Did we support Obaseki to be appointed, or we supported him to better the laws of Edo people? Okay, guys, this is my stand, and it's my personal opinion, and I can't be quoted right or wrong. Okay, guys. Now there's another one again to show you here, guys. Now I'm going to talk to Ross now. Many of us say we don't want to leave Europe. We don't want to leave America because it is better for us. We're going to be here. We're going to enjoy the loss of what is happening around, and the security is there and all that and that. And people like me have been saying no. That is it's a very wrong assumption. It's a wrong idea. That's not how it ought to be. You are an African, you are an Edo man, you are a Nigerian, and for that you must always think back home. Not just only you alone, you must also take your children back home. You must make your children think back home also, so that at the end of the day we can be able to have a very good and a well-planned future for our kids. Many of people have called and said, no, we are not going back home. You know, Nigeria is a shit hole. Nigeria is a zoo and all blah, 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 blah. This video here is a video the governor of Nevada, USA, an African American going to a meeting was not recognized by security, was treated like a real black, and they nearly killed him. Okay, I'm going to show you a video right now. You're going to watch, you know, what actually happened to a governor of a state. To a governor of a state. That shows you we can never, ever blend into the system. Never, ever. So that is the reason why we almost start thinking on how we can make our state a better place to be. We almost start thinking how we can make our nation a better place to be. No matter how long you lived here, no matter the position you hold here, they do not see you as a better being. I'm not a racist, but the truth, I'm just saying based on what I saw today. Let's go this guy. This guy on the floor.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
The guy on the floor, the police actually, assaulted, is a governor of a state. He's a governor of a state. He is a governor of a state. You know he was treated like that? Because he was a black man. To get it clearly, that just living abroad does not change the fact that you are being seen as a foreigner, no matter how long you stayed. That is why I am calling on all the Edos. This entire division we are creating, the Edos in the Benis in Nesan, the Benis in Afema, and the Benis in Edo, to please let's unite together and build our beautiful state. We are the children of the great Obas. We are the owner of the great Benin Empire of old. Let no politics divide us. Let no politics come in to tell us you are an Esan man, you are an Isako man, you are an Edo man. It has never been like that from the beginning. The reason why you see today they are trying to divide us is to break that bond that have kept us together. That's why people like us have decided to put our life at risk to make sure that we reunite the Edo people back again. The Benin will reunite ourselves back again. We're able to create that empire that our forefathers actually built in the past. You can never be a white man. You can never be accepted as one. Not in this life, not even in the next life to come, if there is any. You'll be treated as one. These guys have been in America for over 200 years as the free slaves. As a free citizens of America. But yet, till today, in this 21st century, they are still being treated like foreigners. They've not even been able to recognize who they are up to now. So we all must unite together to fight a common cause to make Edo great. Let's continue watching, guys.
That's your lieutenant governor.
You hear that now?
What do you guys think you're doing? What do you guys think you're doing? What is this, a criminal? This ain't a criminal. This is a citizen. You guys are done. You guys are done.
Call 911. We're calling an emergency. You can't stop me from calling an emergency. No, you cannot stop us from calling an emergency. No.
What do you guys think you're doing?
You guys are hurting people.
Are you kidding me?
You guys are hurting people.
Are you kidding me? What do you guys think you're doing? Just because you got a badge doesn't mean you can beat up people.
This guy was well dressed, suited with tie, corporate, with his folders for a meeting. Yet he was assaulted by the police. Okay? He was assaulted by the police. Yet he was assaulted by the police because he's a black man. And that is what we are facing today, guys. We must break that yoke, that yeast, and destroy it. Let the Benin people start united. There's no Esan, there's no Afema, there's no Edo. We are all Beninese. Until we begin to reframe who we are, refusing the colonization of the British people who have divided us into different tribes and into different tribes. To say, no, we are not tribes. We are one family. We have one identity. Our language might be a little bit different, but we are the same group of people that have lived for over 6,000 years in existence. Let's break that yoke of division that have been created among us. Our generation can actually bridge the gap, which has become so wide for no reason. The only way Edo can move forward is when we are united as a people. The only way Edo can actually succeed is when we are united as a people. We have what it takes to actually do the impossible. If only we can take our minds away from the negativity and actually position our minds on the positivity of life. This is happening to a man who do not even know his origin anymore. He doesn't even know who he is. He's an African American. That's who he claimed to be. That's who they call him. Like I said yesterday, I was speaking to somebody yesterday. I said, we don't have a British American. We don't have a Canadian American. We don't have an Australian American. We don't have and even an Egyptian American. All we have, the moment you are a black guy, you are an African American. That shows they are telling you have an identity different from theirs. This is what is happening to a governor of a state being humiliated by the police in the United States of America. Let's continue with it.
Put yourself under arrest. You guys need to put yourself under arrest. Put yourself in the back of your squad car and take yourself to jail.
I'm with them. Get away from him. Get away from him.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him.
Shit, this is insane. What the hell is wrong? You had the police here before the meeting. Is this the freaking country you want to live in? You want your kids to live in a country like this? You better wake the fuck up soon.
You better figure out what side you guys are on. You guys better figure out what side you're on. You're on the wrong side right now. You don't support this stuff.
You gotta be fucking kidding me with this shit.
You guys want to be criminals?
Yeah, you guys want to.
You see, the guy that was actually humiliated there was a governor of a state. A governor of a state. He was humiliated. He was assaulted because he's a black guy. Every black man in the developed world, in the midst of the white man, is a suspected criminal. Every black guy in the midst of the white man is a suspected drug baron. Very few of us are regarded. You might think that they actually regarded you, but the truth is, your identity is always. Yeah, your identity is always. Your identity is like always. We point out to you that you are an African American. It's painful that happened to a governor of a state. So I had to play to tell you guys we need to start preparing home. This is not our home. It will never be our home. And there is no way we can call what is not home, home. Nobody goes to a hotel and take hotel to be his home. Nobody does that. No matter how beautiful the hotel looks, one day you want to go back home. Actually live among your people. That's what home is all about. There's a video I want to also play here, guys. Let me see if I can get that video here. I hope it's here. Oh, not there. If you don't want to play here. Now, this is a video of a governor being praised. The military praising a governor in the north.
We are here, we are here. No stress, we are here, we are here. Nothing. We are here.
This is the video of
We are here, Rabbana Bawala. Rabbana Atina.
this is where I had the problem. Now this is where I had the problem. This is where I had the problem, guys. This is where I had the problem. Now this is a governor who is moving on the road to God knows where, but right in his truck, he had bundles in millions of naira in his truck. Guys, do you know the money you just saw that was given to these guys now can never be accounted for? I repeat, do you know the money you saw him give to these guys now can never be accounted for? Can never ever be accounted for. This is how corruption is being bred. A governor cannot walk on the street and see some group of soldiers who was hailing him, and all he could do was to walk into his armored car and come up with series of bundles. If those bundles were actually in 1,000, that 3 bundles there is 3 million naira. If it is in 500, that makes it 1.5. In a governor's car in cash. It is so disheartening the rate at which our governors are so irresponsible. So irresponsible. Irresponsible. We just saw a governor now who was pushed down because he had no security around him. I just played one now. Guys, let me go back again and use that one to make a point, guys. This is governor. This is a governor. This is a governor of the state in the United States of America. Okay, guys, this man on the floor is a governor of the state.
What are you doing?
Now, look at this man here. Look at this man here.
We are here, Rabbana Bawala. Rabbana Atina.
Another one again. Look the difference. This one here is riding on one of the best car in the world. one of the best guy in the world. And he goes into his car, was able to bring out bundles of Nigerian notes, Naira notes, to give out without proper accountability. I'm very sure these guys, you see them here, everyone already give, while they're in government, is taken away from the coffer of the government. They don't spend their money. Even if they dash you money on the road, they collect it from government spots. They don't give you money free as if it's from their pocket. No. Any money they give to you is always taken away from the government purse. Look at this. Look at the video of the white man. This is where the problem ends. This is where the problem is right now. This is where we're having issues. Unaccounted for spending. Basically, was crying there's no money yesterday. If every government will actually have to work accordingly, be prudent in their spending, every naira that comes into the economy will be useful for everyone. But this kind of expenditure are things that can actually bring down an economy. This is about 3 million naira added over to these boys. I'm not saying it's a wrong one, you don't get me wrong, but the rate and manner is being done. We have fed every other area in the state. Maybe they get 4 million naira, 4 billion, and he has given out 3 million naira without no proper accountability. So that means this money today will be minus away from the allocation that it took from Abuja, and this 3 million can actually pay 100,000 workers on 30,000 naira minimum wage. Yes, am I correct? Let me check, guys. So I don't 3 million divide 30,000. 100 workers. Sorry. This can actually pay 100 workers. This is a salary for 100 workers. This money you saw here is for 100 workers. You know what the 100 worker is? It's already a full parastatals in the state where this man came from, that he has just thrown out without no proper accountability. This is the question we need to be asking our government to give us every account, every 1 naira of how they spend our money. Whether you support him or not, it's for the benefit of the entire people. They should be able to tell us how our monies are being spent. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. So, guys, this is what you just saw right now. This is a governor of a state. Like I said, I don't have a problem with additional money, but the way our money is being done, it doesn't call for accountability. This is what we need to be crying for. For us who are Edo people, this is what we need to be asking our governors to do. We need to start crying. We need to start asking questions. Not to insult them, but ask them to give us proper accountancy. They must give us stewardship. They must show some level of stewardship on how they actually, make use of the resources that is accrued to our state, that we have put in their hands based on trust. They should be able to tell us what is actually happening. This is what we all should be requesting in a time like this. This is all what we all should be requesting in a time like this. We need to start seeing things happening the way they ought to be, guys. This is very, very important right now, guys. Very, very important. Okay, guys? Very, very important. This guy could tell that I just did something really nice. You know, something I did was so wonderful. You know, everything just went on well. The people were happy. I made the soldiers happy today. They're going to do more for us. Yeah, we understand. But was the money actually planned? Was it documented for? Was it documented? Was it budgeted for? Was that money actually in the budget of that same year? This is why projects are not being done. People run a state or a company as if they work and earn salary. That's a problem. Even if I took me to a restaurant when I went to Nigeria, he wanted me to pay for the bills. I'm telling you, I told him I can't pay. Not that the money was not there, but that was not part of my plan. I can't pay for it. I don't live on favoritisms. I'm sorry, guy. I can't pay. I can't pay for it. I should get money rich. None as I get money rich. Everyone I have is budgeted. I have money that I need to spend. I have money that is for a project. I can't go and start spending money that be budgeted for. This is why they don't make it. You just give out millions of naira on the road. That was never planned for. That was never budgeted for. From the state coffer. It means you didn't follow me when I talked about it. I did talk about it yesterday. It means you didn't follow me. You didn't follow me when I talk about that. I carry news, my brother. Don't be following me on the show. I carry news. I carry news. Okay? I've talked about that Nesco company. A lot of people that know me here. David Ayunde. I've talked about that. Go to Nigeria Watch and watch my show. I take news. Analyze news. Okay, guys? Okay? I'm one of those who carry news, first-hand news, and bring to the social media space with analysis. I can even right now, I'm even one of the, I think I'm even the only guy left, in the social media that I should talk about politics. Today, was not into saga. Okay. Now, having said that, let's move over now to the insecurity situation in the eastern state of Nigeria. Let me play this. You all know this man. This man here, who is on this regalia of the red, black, and green with the rising sun on it. This very particular man here his name is called if you have their numbers, send their numbers to me. I'm going to call them. If you have their number, send their number to me. I'm going to call them. Okay? Please, just send your number to me right away. You have my number. My number is on that net here. The scroll that is scrolling on that's my WhatsApp number. Send their numbers to me. I'm going to give them a call tomorrow, or send them a WhatsApp message today, and tomorrow I will give them both of them a call to bring them online to this show. If you don't follow me, if you don't want to come, if you can get the number to me, they refuse to come, then I'm going to blow them up. That I can promise you, my brother. If you can have that number, send that number to me, I'm going to blow them up tomorrow. Okay? If I call them, they don't really answer me well tomorrow, their pictures is going to flood the social media space. I'm as tough as that. Since I already had a video of their community, which is very dilapidated, then I'm ready to drag them on the mud. If they don't answer me well, or they don't come to my show to explain themselves, I will use 6 months to talk about them. I will dig all their files out. That I can promise you, my brother. I can get their number tonight. Tomorrow, you're going to hear me talk again. Just drop the number there. My number is screwing underneath there. That's my WhatsApp number. Call me. Okay, guys. The man here is called Chinwetalu Agu. We know him. He's a very popular Nollywood actor. One that is so talented. And anytime he's on the show, he had a different slants on each movie that he actually features in. He's one of the most talented, gifted, Nollywood actor, of his age. I'm also the list, apart from our father Peter Doshi, who is the grand patron. Then apart from that, the other people I see there is people like this. Chinwetalu Agu. When I was actually watching Nollywood movie, in those days, if I don't have him there, or I don't have Kanayo or Peter Joshi on it, I'm not interested. I don't watch them. I don't watch them because to me, it's not going to make any sense because of the way they actually displayed, their characters while in this movie. And to me, people are saying, "Oh, why will you wear this? It's against the norms." Yes, but in Europe today, I can wear a camouflage. Okay, it's not a crime. I can wear a camouflage and walk on the street, complete, both trouser and shirt, and even the t-shirt, wear the jacket, wear the trouser, and move around town. We wear a camouflage boots. I had one before in Sweden here that I wear, but I couldn't take them to Africa. I had a complete camouflage. Sometimes I wear the top when I'm on show also, but I couldn't take any of it to Africa because I know it is against the ethics of the Nigerian state. So this man here has the right to wear what he actually wants. As far as he wasn't campaigning for the division of Nigeria, as far as he wasn't actually supporting the IPOBs, except if there is a video where he actually said he was supporting them in person, then I was going to say okay. But if I've not seen that, I do not think it warranted the insult that he actually received, in this video, you guys. Okay, I'm a very straightforward person. I fight for justice, equity, and fairness. And if even he's supporting IPOB and ESN, if even he's supporting them, we have a man they call Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, the bearded Muslim cleric who goes into the forest to discuss with bandits, who had been seen a lot in support of the bandit. He had never been picked up by any security agent. Based on the Nigerian of today, based on what the federal government has said, there is no difference between Chinwetalu Agu and Sheikh Ahmed Gumi. There's no difference between the proscribed IPOB and the proscribed Boko Harams, who they now call bandits. I'm always fair. Okay? So I do not actually expect the Nigerian police to have done what it did to him because of his age, his position in the society. He has a lot of fans. This can actually lead to a very brutal force. Okay, guys, let's just go on. They actually asked him to come down from his car when they accosted him. Okay, let's go.
I see
And I don't even know why they are arresting a man who had no harms, who is not violent, holding their gun as if they are about to fire. This is so worrisome to a very useless society that we live in. Let's forget the IPOB right now. Let's forget the ASN. Let's talk as Nigerian soldiers. They are very, very unprofessional. Very, very unprofessional. They do not understand how to treat people. They act as if they are actually from the zoo. This man here ought not to be arrested at all. He's a well-known guy in the society. He's a celebrity. He's a legend. If even they felt his actions and inactions was supporting the Biafra agitation in whatsoever form, they would have invited him. They would have invited him. Quietly, they would have invited him. Without not creating this whole mess that we are seeing today, guys. This is actually diminishing the professionalism of the Nigerian military. What the police ought to be doing is not being handled by the Nigerian military. It is worrisome to those of us who believes in democracy and fairness. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Was not being dragged. Was very careful and I was not being dragged to the floor. Was not being dragged on the floor. Which I think was not to say. Which was not being dragged. And they also shot. No, they shot in the air.
You saw the police? They shot in the air. They shot in the air. They knew what they were doing was wrong. Like I said, that was not even the responsibility of the military. If he had done anything wrong, as a legend, as a respected citizen of Nigeria, as a celebrity, they would have extended an invitation to him and asked him to appear at their command headquarters. Then they will not interrogate him and question him. Okay, let's go ahead.
Let's go back there again, guys.
Let's go back there again. Watch here right now. That was derogatory. Very, very derogatory, I must say. And some of these things, some of these actions, the moment it was picked yesterday, this happened.
Watch the video
of the police motor. Unknown government visit them
The truth of the matter is
at
this.
Okija, Anambra State.
What the truth of the matter is this, guys. To every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. I'm not supporting what is happening right now. The moment he was arrested yesterday and ahead, it's bad. It's a part of the
Unknown government. You don't know them. Then get their motor burn. It's a checking point of police. It's a checking point. You can see. Unknown government visit them today at their checking point. You can see the load block they are putting. We are trying to secure this motor. You can see youths are trying to secure this motor. You can see them, their motor. They run away.
Now, you see, the police ran away from this unknown government. They ran into the bush. They must have been set ablaze. And the youth in that community now are doing everything. Are doing everything to save the motor from being consumed by fire. And I'm very sure that the police are going to come back with the armies and DSS and all that. They will start shooting and killing the youth in that community. The youth in that community are the one that's actually saving now. What the unknown government have done. But they're going to come, they run now, but they will come back later and start harassing, intimidating, arresting the people of that community. That's what you're going to see in the next few minutes after this incident happened. Now they're nowhere to be found. I'm very sure they ran away with their guns. They ran and left their guns. This unknown government would have picked their guns up to use to terrorize the people.
Away.
Okay?
They run away. You can see the police people. See their motor. Their motor is burning. Their motor is burning. Yes, unknown government visit them today. We are the checking point at Okija, Anambra State. Yes. See their motor. People are running. I don't know why they are running. It's like they are coming back again. See them. See what is happening. This is where the checking point at Anambra State, Okija. It's happening at Okija, Anambra State, where police people they checking point. Yes. Everybody is trying to escape.
So, guys, this is why I'm begging the IPOBs and the ESN to have a rethink, to re-strategize their modus of operandis in this quest for Biafra Republic. This is where I am always trying to make them understand the danger they are putting their people on this very particular situation that is happening in the Southeast. I'm pleading with them to have a rethink. And if the ESN are not actually responsible for what is happening, they should begin to trace these people who have turned into bloodsuckers in the Southeast to get them arrested. So that the plan of Malami and some cabals in the north will not happen in the southeast of Nigeria. The idea to actually declare state of emergency will not become a reality. Okay? This is what I'm pleading for, you guys. Have a rethink. Change your strategy. Maybe with that, you can get more support from the political class in your region. What we are seeing today will be begotten more and more problem and war. It's not going to reduce, rather to be increasing by each passing day. This is just the fact, guys. Okay? Then why they were doing that? That's yesterday again. We got this video of Chinwetalu Agu seated on the floor at the army's headquarters in that area. Let's watch this.
No. I can wear this. My vehicle is parked at the center of all people.
No worry, that one.
Hold on. So, this is rising. This is sun. This is rising sun, not Biafra, not Eastern Security Network. Do you understand?
I don't know what is happening. I think the network is frozen.
With my education, I know areas to go, areas not to go. It would be better for you to be videoing all this. Your guy is talking. Your guy is talking. Your guy is talking. So let's listen to the facts. They know how to react to the facts. This is rising sun. Me, I believe that.
No, 30 minutes.
Guys, sorry, I think the network is, I don't know what's happening to the network. It's frozen right now. Yeah, you guys, can you guys see me now?
facing insecurity. Please look for another place for him.
See, no. I can wear this. My vehicle is parked at the center of our people.
No worry, that one.
Much,
This is rising. This is sun. This is rising sun, not Biafra, not Eastern Security Network. Do you understand? So, with my education, I know areas to go, areas not to go. It could be better for you to be videoing all this. Your guy.
Yeah, I want to say something here also, my brothers. Like I said, I'm one person who do not change. This man here, you guys can hear me now, guys. This man here has done nothing wrong. One, the reason is this very particular attire that he put on have been on and on. This attire became a little bit synonymous to IPOB as a result of the agitation for self-determination. If not, this attire, this very particular colors have been a color that have been in existence since 1967. After the declaration of the Biafra Republic by Lieutenant Colonel Odumegu Ojukwu, even after the war, this very color was allowed to trend. It was never an issue. It was never a problem. Okay, guys. Until around 2015 or so, when Nnamdi Kanu began to agitate for the Republic of Biafra, and this attire or this very particular color was not synonymous to the IPOBs. So, and it just like the flag of these people, these boys, what's his name? These Boko Harams. Okay, it's not actually wrong. Even the federal government led by Mahmoud Buhari actually accepted that from Brutai when he brought it to his office some years back. Okay, guys. So I see nothing wrong in what he had done. And do not forget also, this man is also an actor. So he plays character. Okay, he mimics people's character. That's his job. He's an actor. So also as an actor, therefore, he can also mimic characters of the people who are actually there. So him bearing this can be of two guys, as an actor or as a symbol of his love for the Igbo nation. We have the Benin flag today. Okay, we have the Great Benin flag. We have the Benin flag. We have the Great Benin Kingdom flag. We have many flags that is from Benin today that we actually are proud of. They also have the Oduduwa flag that has been, put up and down. Okay, guys, nobody arrested them. So I felt this was a play taken too far. I'm not like the words of the IPOB or the ESN, but this is a play taken too far. Arresting, a legend of his kind with his age also. That actually baffles me. If he also decides to support what his people are doing, I think it's his legitimate right for an agitation for self-determination, not for violence. He is not a violent man now. He might believe in what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, but he might not believe in the staff of Nnamdi Kanu. It's simple. So that does not mean because he doesn't believe in the staff of Nnamdi Kanu, but that would not make you not to actually wear what you ought to wear, guys. That's the truth. That's what it is.
Your organ is talking. So let's listen to the facts. They know how to react to the facts. This is
the implication of this.
Rising sun. Me, I believe that.
No, 30 minutes.
I was right.
Gather people.
This guy, this I must say, Chinwetalu Agu is a brave man. To my own personal understanding, he's a brave man. Even in the midst of this, he was still able to talk and defend himself. He said, "This is the rising sun. This is not IPOB. This is not ESN," and that was fact. This was a flag of the Biafra Republic. This is a flag of the indigenous people, the Igbo people, because this was the flag that actually created in 1967 that they have held onto all this while. So when he now says this has nothing to do with IPOB, this has nothing to do with ESN, I totally support him. This is an identity for the Igbo people. And I think the government of Muhammadu Buhari should actually respect that fact and allow them to be, or to be seen in that manner. Please, let us stop victimizing. It's not going to do us any good. Rather, it's going to give us a more bad name if you start victimizing the people. That's true. It's going to give us a more bad name. Let us stop victimizing. Let us stop victimizing. Let us start thinking of how to actually manage the gaps. There is a lot of lapses between the people and the government. And that is creating a lot of issues that we cannot be able to comprehend today. You know, this we just need to start working on. We should end this whole oppression. Not just to the Igbos. The Benin's are also being oppressed. We are oppressed. The Niger Delta people are oppressed. The River people are oppressed. The Delta people are oppressed. The entire minority are oppressed. It is the three Wazobia that are actually benefiting from the whole contraction called Nigeria today. That's why sometimes I'm not totally in support of whatever that is happening, because this three group of people actually fighting, you know, for the power, for the existence of the so-called Nigerian state. Because there's one that's actually benefiting, enjoying it. We are just working, suffering. Okay, guys? Okay. So let's continue.
Well, this is just civil dress.
Come this way.
I was buying bread, 10,000 naira bread, sharing the one.
Come this way.
No campaign, nothing. Sharing bread, 10,000 worth of bread. When they came, nobody was doing demonstration or carrying people along.
Yeah, and that alone actually worried me. So nobody was doing demonstrations, and I expected them to actually respected this man. Even if there was a demonstration in the Nigerian constitution of today, there is freedom of protest. There is a freedom to protest. So I don't know why anyone will want to stop others from actually doing that, because there is a freedom to actually protest. There's a freedom of protest. So if there is a freedom of protest, then you should be able to give the man to air his view according within the ambits of the law. Okay?
People who were hungry, I was giving them bread.
I tell you.
I was giving them bread.
Then deploy.
Is it wrong to give to feed?
He was humiliated, you know. But that's my pain. His age, his position in this society ought to have been respected by these soldiers. And look at the way they were cracking cons around him as if he's a criminal. The Nigerian system is so backward. This is the truth of the matter there. If there was anything that would have been done, they would have actually called him for the police to handle the case. If even the veterinary doctor Chinwetalu Agu was actually protesting, and they finally arrested him, as they did, which assuming okay, maybe they had issues, just like Rita is saying, maybe they were actually acting, yeah, they were acting on order, and after they have been arrested, what they would have done by law is to hand over him to the police, which has the responsibility of taking over such cases. Except this flag have been prescribed to be the identity of the proscribed terrorist group known as the IPOB. That's the only way. This will become an offense. Anybody can quote me anywhere. The only way what Chinwetalu Agu wore will become an offense is only if that color or that design had been prescribed as the symbol of the proscribed terrorist organization IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. That is the only way the arrest of that man will be legal. But if that particular identity that Chinwetalu Agu wore yesterday that warranted that humiliation that he went through, it's not the identity of the IPOB, but it's actually the identity of the Biafran nation, which IPOB is part of, then that arrest is unwarranted, and the army should actually make a public apology to this veterinary legendary celebrity, most respected Chief Chinwetalu Agu. On the media also, just the way they humiliated him. He has been released. I'm going to play a video of that soon. But you don't release him and allow him to just go after you have actually humiliated a man for no reason. Do you know the worst part of it, guys? I've just played 2 videos now. He was wearing the same uniform. Okay? When he was arrested, he wore the same attire. When he was at their command headquarters, he wore the same attire. Now, let's not look at this. If the attire has changed, then I'm going to say what I want to say, guys.
Factors of Nigeria. Mr. President sent me here yesterday because of the problem with the army had with Chinwetalu Agu. I'm here at the division, Nigerian Army headquarters in Enugu. This is Chinwetalu Agu. Mr. President, American rulers, this is Chinwetalu Agu. He is hale and healthy. Nothing happened to him. He is accepted with the army, and he is actually a happy man. You have anything to say, people?
Keep on supporting knowledge. It's the only hope, the only baby we have to sustain both our public and our private life. Thank you very much.
Now, you saw the uniform there. This was the attire he wore yesterday when he was arrested. Sorry, ma. Sorry, ma. I think that escapes. This was the attire he wore yesterday when he was arrested. I expected . that if he had, or if they had felt that the problem was this attire, I was thinking they would have brought him other uniforms, right? And ask him to pull this off. If this was their point. Because if you arrest a man and said, okay, like I have seen when I was young, then I was say around that kind of 18, 19 years. During that time they had this boat, like this long boat that actually came out. It was raining then. We normally wear them on jeans. We're talking inside. That was what actually raining in those days. So around 1920, that was around 1994 or 1990, 93 or so. Can't remember again, but I know it's within that early 90s. So I actually had one. Then I was teaching in a private lecture house in those days in Benin at SRT Barracks. Of you that knows at SRT Barracks. I was teaching there, and I had this that day I wore this boot. I didn't even talk, and I had to put my jean to cover it. So I was going on the road, because the lecture house was actually inside SRT. So it was called New Discovery Academy. I don't know if any of you knows it. It was called New Discovery Academy over one Suleiman, and why I was coming out, so the man accosted me and said he suspects I was wearing a military, what is it called? A military boot. I said no. I wasn't wearing any military boot. He asked me to pull my trouser up. I put it up, and it was not long boot like I just said. And the boot was black, not even green, which automatically does not make it to be a military boot. But anyways, what happened was he asked me to pull them right there. No, they took me to the containment. They took me back to SRT Barracks, and they took me to the office of the guy who is the commandant. And the commandant said, okay, I should pull it. He had to go and buy me slippers to go home with. Because I'm not saying what they did to me was right, but because my offense, based on their own thinking, was the shoe that I wore. So therefore, they felt, okay, you have not committed any crime, you're not a criminal, you actually bought them, and the shoes are not even for the military. Anyways, they weren't for them, based on their quality and standard. But since they felt it was a military boot, so I ought not to wait. They bought me slippers, and the man asked me to put the shoes in my bag and take it home, never to wear it again, knowing fully well it was never a military boot. I left. I wore the slippers home. Take the den. We know them we normally have bags. So I take the bag home, and I drove home. So when this man was arrested, based on his conversation with them on the second video that we just watched, I think the reason why he was arrested was because he was putting on this attire. Because they felt this attire was insultive. And if you check every one of them that was there in this place here.
Look for another place for him.
See, no, I can wear this. My vehicle is parked at the center of our
No worry, that one.
Hold on. So this is rising. This is sun. This is rising sun. Not Biafra, not Eastern security.
Now, if you listen to him, it means he said, I can wear this. That shows the reason for his arrest was his attire. That was the reason, nothing more. he had committed no other offense based on his reply, because we didn't get actually the question that was asked. We only got the reply that he actually uh, uh, answered, and he said, I can wear this. That simply explains that Chinwetalu Agu was molested by the military because of his attire. And after spending 24 hours in the military facility, the army facility, they still release him like this.
Much members of Actors Guild of Nigeria.
After spending 24 hours in their custody, he was still released like this. My simple question is this: if the reason for his arrest was because of this attire, I expected them to have asked him to put, because he had a shirt under, he had a singlet in him. They have asked him to put this very particular attire, and maybe they will buy him a t-shirt and ask him to go home. Either they seize this attire as an exhibit, or they give it to him, ask him to put it in his bag and never to wear it again. But because they know there is no law in the land as of today, like I just said before, this attire had no link with the IPOB or the ESN. This attire is an identity of a people. It's an identity of a people who a fraction is agitating for self-independence. And I will say with every fact before us that will not warrant the humiliation, the embarrassment, and the incastration for 24 hours of this legendary Nollywood actor. We should not support anything that is not good just because we might not like the style of some of them. This was uncalled for. If you can pick up a guy who just wore a symbol of his people, you have not actually asked or questioned the guy who goes into the forest, discuss with bandits, comes out to tell you that banditry is a business. A guy who comes out to tell you that if you start killing bandits, you are making them more stronger, they will start killing more people. You've not actually arrested the guy who said bandits should be granted amnesty. What is happening in the Southeast cannot be compared to what happened in Kaduna few days ago, where 47 people were killed in Southern Kaduna, with many bodies not being seen anymore. Today, as I speak to you, President Muhammadu Buhari was in Kaduna State to commission something that I don't even know. A state that half of the state, the southern part of it, have been overwhelmed by the insecurity and the rampant massacre of its people by some few disgruntled elements. These guys have never been proscribed, even when the National Assembly, both the Senate and the House of Rep, had requested the federal government to declare the so-called bandit a terrorist organization. They actually refused to do that for reasons best known to them, but they were quick, even when the IPOB hasn't done anything compared to what is happening today in the North. Even when Gumi head was being called for by the certain leaders that he should be arrested for his utterances, Gumi came out and said, in every of the move he makes, the president is aware of it, that the police is aware, the DSS are aware, the military are aware, every military architecture in Nigeria, they are aware anytime it's moving around. Nobody had called him in for questioning on his stand against these murderous animals known as bandits. But here is a man who just wore the identity of his people, and he was not called in, he was picked, was humiliated, dragged, picked like a nobody. And even when people tried to actually come in to make a support, they shot into the head to actually scare people away from getting close. It was thrown into their van, taken to their command headquarters, and he was asked to sit on the floor like a common criminal. I'm going to say this very clearly. The Nigerian military had no right. I saw the news they actually brought up. Do you know the worst part of it? The guy actually wrote the press release by the military was an Igbo man. Probably chain or something. Was an Igbo man that actually wrote that press statement. This is what I say every day. The North will use the South to mess up the South. They make us look stupid every time by using ourselves against ourselves. Until we grow as a people, we can never be able to understand the entire process of true self-governance. And Igbo man signed that very particular press statement for the Nigerian army. Perhaps your own father figure was being humiliated by the Nigerian military for identifying with your identity as a people. Like I said here, I am not in support of IPOB, neither am I in support of EAN, but I'm always in support of the truth. I stand always on the side of the truth. The humiliation that was, given to this man, he never deserved it because he had done nothing to actually be humiliated the way he had been humiliated. Believe it or not, guys, if you don't speak up now against the injustice justice being meted out on the people who are not creating any crime, we should one day be ready that the same method can be applicable to us when we try to speak against the people in the corridor of power. The Nigeria of today, led by Muhammadu Buhari, do not want to accept any form of opposition at any time. They don't care, but they don't want you to say anything in opposite of what they are thinking as they not. You remember a few days ago, yesterday or so, I made a video where I announced here that the federal government of Nigeria is planning to declare a state of emergency in Anambra State, all in a bid to stop the gruesome killings in the state. This today, I was going through the news and I saw, the Willie, the governor of Obiano of Anambra State, after he had visited the president, came out to say that the president was not even aware of the statement that was accredited to Malami. That really broke my heart. That a minister appointed by the president will want to take such a decision even when the president is not aware. So the president said he is not aware that anybody is having a plan of declaring a state of emergency on the state of Anambra because of pockets of insecurities that have enveloped the state during this political cycle. Based on final figures that was before us, Anambra has been peaceful for the last 7.5 years. We were only also told Anambra was only a place when you steal, and when armed robbery happens in Anambra, in the next 48 hours, the person actually committed that crime will be fished out by the community. You'll be as peaceful as that before this entire scenario of the ESN, the proscribed IPOB, the unknown gunmen came into existence. And just about 2 months ago, in prior to the preparation for the election of 2021, then the entire state was erupted. That is a pointer to one thing, that the killings today in Anambra State can have a political undertone. There's some political gladiators who have a cause to settle, can use the covered ESN as their backbone in order for them to perpetuate evil in the society. The federal government also can also buy into the loophole that will be created by the ESN in a bid that they were not actually legally registered, can also send in their snappers and mercenaries, also continue to create advoc in order to call the dog, to give the dog a bad name in order for them to hang it. So these are things that I have seen today that is actually happening, within that very particular region. And my call again to these people is to have a rethink on how they can be able to master or manage the entire scenario that is happening today in their region. If not, what we are hiding from might become a reality. Just like Sister Rita just said right now, that we know that Papa doesn't even know what is happening. People take action on his behalf. If not that, Willie was a smart guy, they would have declared state of emergency on him and do what they ought to do. Don't forget that Andy Uba, the APC gubernatorial candidate. The APC gubernatorial candidate is actually a boy to General Muhammadu Buhari. Maybe on another day, I'm going to discuss the 10th agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari based on the article that I read, on the news. So he's having a plan of what we call a constitutional amendment, just the way it happened during the time of President Olusegun Obasanjo, so that they can extend his tenure to 3 terms or more in office. So we'll be holding and waiting carefully to see what is going to happen in the nearest future. Thank you guys for today. And I'm so very pleased that you guys were here today to actually join me, in this. If there's any question, I'm going to take, we have 8 minutes to go. I'm going to take just 2 questions. So make Vladimir Putin swap enter Nigeria for 1 month when I will see change. Rita said the same thing, said the entire Nigeria should be on a state of emergency. So that's why Aisha Barry was saying, where are the men of Nigeria to speak up? Asorok is a simple of greedy, bigot men and women. The entire Nigeria should be on a state of emergency. And Aaron is saying, why are all these things not happening in other places that are also protecting their place with vigilant group? Why is ESN different? Now the problem is this, Aaron. The ESN is illegal. That's a problem. Like in Edo State today, all the vigilantes are actually registered. Before you can be a vigilante, you must go and do some test. Like you must go to the high court to show an affidavit that you're not a criminal, you're not a cultist, you're not going to use your gun to commit crime. Then they will not buy you the gun. Then the moment they buy you that gun, or you will not buy the gun, they will not license the gun under the unit that you are. So the gun is yours by purchase, but the gun does not actually belong to you by registration. The gun actually belongs to the unit. But in the case of the ESN, their organization was never registered at any point in time. That's why it's making them illegal, and that's why they can be able to tag them as criminals. No, there's no vigilante in Nigeria in Benin that are not registered today. None of them. Even the one in the southwest called Amotekun is also registered. All the vigilantes in Benin, they're registered. Even the one they just started in Nissan is also registered. Atalapa. All of them are registered. Okay, guys. Any question on this topic we just treated now? Okay, which other part? Because I know the one in the North is registered, known as the JTF. There is that. Rita, I don't know about this, so this is your opinion. Then the one in Lagos is registered, the neighborhood watch is registered. The one in Benin, they are registered. The one in Delta State, they are also registered, to the best of my knowledge. The one in River, they are also registered, to the best of my knowledge. So many of them that I know of, they are actually registered organizations by the government. Yeah, yeah, we're going to focus on our DSA. Sometimes we also need to talk about our neighbor, because when our neighbor is not safe, we are not safe also. Okay, guys, I think I need to go now. It's already 4 minutes to go, so I need to take a bow. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you all today. See you tomorrow, if God's willing, as we continue to talk more and make Edo a better place. How you want to gag us now, Rita? How does he want to gag us? How you want to gag us? Tell me now, how God want to gag us now. Me, I know when they tell me something, me I didn't know. I don't know. How is he going to gag us? Make we know. How does he want to gag us, guys? Okay, guys. Good night. God bless you and have a very blessed night. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. Let me say the question here before I go. I don't know if First I say I know, so I don't know if you talk that one or Mama Rita. Bye, guys. God bless. Bye.